Hello, 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 my oily friends and my natural wellness friends. I'm actually on two different cameras today, so I apologize. Looking back and forth, but I've got one camera on my computer and one camera on my phone. I hope you'll comment, say hello, comment, and let me know where you're seeing me. So, today is Wellness Wednesday. What we're talking about is super duper important for everyone to hear, okay? But we try to make it interactive. So if you're here with me, make sure that you comment, ask me any questions, comment your own tips, your own ideas, favorite things, or what have you. So number one, summer is either here already where you live or it's on the way, right? And we want to talk today about why does it matter what kind of sun care you use on your skin. And you might be thinking, you know, it's just sunscreen. Why do I care? Or what's the big deal? I'm here to tell you guys, it really is a big deal. So why does it really matter what kind of sunscreen we use? Now, number one, our skin is our largest organ. So literally everything that we come in contact with is absorbed through our skin, and especially what we place on our skin. So we need to take our skin very seriously, folks. I wish I had started a long time ago taking my skin more seriously. But what we place on our skin is immediately absorbed into the body and into the bloodstream, okay? Now this is why we are seeing actually some really popular, well-known, used to be well-trusted brands of sunscreens being recalled. Have you seen that lately? So there's been some big name sunscreens have been literally recalled off the shelf because of the ingredients. We're always learning more and more about ingredients and how they affect the body. And for instance, there's quite a few, right? There's several ingredients that are not only synthetic, chemical based, but literally toxic to our bodies. And very, very common ingredients in most sunscreens, the very common ingredients are octinoxate, I think is how we pronounce it, avobenzone, parabens, phthalates, dyes, nanoparticles, and fragrance. Y'all, these ingredients are very, very common, like I said, but these are endocrine disruptors. They are hormone disruptors. They can often cause an allergic reaction. They've even been linked to cancer, which is why we're seeing things recalled. And speaking of endocrine disruptors, if you're not really sure what that means or why that's important, for men, it can contribute to things like reduced sperm count. For women, it can contribute to things like hormonal imbalances, female reproductive organ issues, including endometriosis, among other things, and again, cancer. And sunscreen, y'all, sunscreen is the number one source of oxybenzone. And not only that, when our body absorbs chemicals like this, it's not just the absorption of the chemical, it's that our body has a hard time getting rid of this toxic substance, right? We have filtering organs like our liver, like our bladder, lungs, right? So we have these filtering organs, but they can only filter out so much. In fact, 96% of the US population has oxybenzone in their blood system even now. So it stays in our body for a long, long period of time. It has a really hard time breaking it down and getting rid of it. They have found this in the blood of individuals, not just days, but months and years after the last time they used a sunscreen product that had oxybenzones in it. So our body cannot really get rid of it very well. So let's talk about the other big one, which is fragrance. I don't have incredibly sensitive skin everywhere, but the skin on my face is particularly sensitive to sunscreens. So I have always had a hard time finding a sunscreen that I can use on my face. The same sunscreen that was fine all over my body. If I put it on my face, my literally face felt like it was on fire. It would start stinging and I would just have to go wash it off. So I've had to be very, very careful over the years of sunscreens that I use on my face. And just in the past few years, we've been experimenting a little bit with mineral sunscreens because this is much better for our body, and I'm going to tell you why in just a sec. But I still had a hard time finding a mineral sunscreen that was good and safe and okay for my facial skin, but it didn't leave like this white haze. So a lot of mineral sunscreens, they leave this kind of this white over the skin. But my point here is it's been a journey, right? The other thing is fragrance. We love things that smell good. Like I can remember when I was younger and we would go get the sunscreen, and we would literally open them up in the store and smell them all because we wanted the one that smelled the best, right? But y'all, fragrance is one of the most dangerous things that you can see on a label. So if you see the label says fragrance, even if it says all natural, even if it says mineral based, plant based, essential oil infused, all of these terms you can see on labels, but there's still a lot of junk ingredients in there, and the biggest one is fragrance. When you see the term fragrance, doesn't sound that bad, right? But that literally could indicate any one of over 3,000 different synthetic chemicals that could be in that product, most of which are incredibly damaging to our body. So, at what cost are we going to block the sun's rays? Now, we know that the sun is actually good for us in small increments, right? We get vitamin D from the sun. We get a lot more things than you might think, right? It's actually essential to all life on Earth, as we know, especially plants, right? But in addition, it provides warmth, it provides daylight, it gives our bodies positive signals. Did you know that the sun's rays actually help our body create serotonin? Serotonin is one of the #1 all-natural chemicals that our body creates that improves our mood, helps us to feel happy, and improves our mental health. So we need that serotonin. Anybody ever had the winter blues or the winter blahs, right? A lot of people really suffer in the winter time with their emotional health because they're not getting as much of the sun's natural goodness. It also helps regulate the production of melatonin, which helps to regulate our circadian rhythms, which is directly tied with our sleep. So if you struggle with sleep, a lot of times some doses of vitamin D are going to help you with that. And the best source, the most natural source, is the sun, because the sun helps us synthesize vitamin D and promotes calcium absorption. However, we all know that too much sun is not great, right? So too much sun, especially the UVA and the UVB rays from the sun, can contribute to cancer, sunspots, wrinkles, premature aging, the loss of our skin elasticity, lots of things. #1 I saw on that list was cancer, right? Yes, skin cancer, but also other types of cancers and sunspots and wrinkles. We don't want any of those things. So why are we encouraging mineral sunscreen and all natural plant-based? Well, there are 2 types of sunscreens that you can look for out on the market today: chemical sunscreens and mineral sunscreens. Now, chemical sunscreens work very differently from mineral sunscreens. Chemical sunscreens actually absorb into our body and allow us to absorb UVA and UVB rays from the sun, but the chemicals in that sunscreen deactivate those UVA and those UVB rays, right? So that's how a chemical sunscreen works. It actually absorbs into our skin. We're literally absorbing the sun's rays into our skin, but this chemical reaction is happening to deactivate those rays. We've still absorbed them. They're still in our body. So then what does our body need to do? It needs to get rid of its chemicals. And as these chemicals begin to break down in our body, they cause a lot of free radical damage within our body. So we're doing this thing to protect ourselves, but at the same time we're causing a lot of damage. And like I said before, our body is not able to rid this chemical out of our body very easily. You can find it months, years later, still in our bodies. Now, mineral sunscreens work very differently. And look, we're looking to reduce toxicity in our life, right? In the things we breathe, in the things we put on our skin, in the things we eat. And so if we're looking to reduce toxicity, but yet we're putting toxins literally on and into our body to help us protect from this other, really, are we doing ourselves any favors? Now, the difference is mineral sunscreens. Mineral sunscreens work very, very differently. So instead of absorbing the UV rays into our body, they actually reflect the UV rays away, okay, from our body. So it literally blocks the UV rays from ever entering our body. Think of this, think of chemical sunscreens as a sponge. They absorb the rays, the UV rays, and then they change them. Think of a mineral sunscreen as millions of little mirrors just reflecting blocking and reflecting those UV rays away from our body. That is the difference. They still block full spectrum, all UVA, all UVB, and folks, even blue light. So all the blue light that we get from our screens, from our devices, from our phones, all the things. The other thing that is very important about this line is that doTERRA took a long time. They didn't just throw this together and throw it on the market because people needed it, because we did. But there was 4 years, y'all, 4 years of research and development before they put this on the market, because they wanted to make sure they had it just right, and that's the way doTERRA works. There were 3 main objectives when they put this line together, and you're going to love all 3. Number 1, they wanted it to be great for all skin types. So children, adults, the elderly, sensitive skin, no matter what. They wanted this to be really great for all skin types. It's very, very high in antioxidants and moisturizers, so it actually is very regenerating for the skin. They wanted this to be something that not only blocked the sun's rays, but actually nourished and healed and helped our skin. So they're very hydrating, very moisturizing. They don't leave any residue, which is important, especially if you have sensitive skin. So they don't leave a residue on the skin, which can often result in breakouts and reactions. They wanted this sun line to be environmentally friendly. So they are reef safe, they are vegan, they are cruelty free. If you know anything about what's going on with the world's reefs these days, it's really, really important to take care of our world, right? And so they are reef safe, vegan, and cruelty free. And they wanted them to have incredibly clean ingredients. So even some of the things that are marketed as clean, they still have some junk ingredients in there. So you have to look very, very closely. And remember, one of the most important ones is that fragrance. When you see that, run, run, run. So these are really high quality skincare products that also just happen to be amazing sunscreens, okay? So I love a couple other things. So number 1, these aluminum bottles that they come in. Again, this is our after sun spray and the sunscreen spray are both in an aluminum, completely recyclable bottle. The top locks in place, so it's safe you can lock this, throw it in your bag, travel with it, turn it upside down, you're going to be fine. The kids are going to be fine. And actually, it's completely safe for children. I have a friend who said that her child actually accidentally sprayed it right in their eyes. And of course, they didn't love it, but they were fine. They didn't even tear up. They didn't even cry. It's lightweight. It's dermatologist test sprays from all directions. So when you unlock it, you can spray it from every direction, upside down, sideways, backwards. I don't know why you do backwards, but you can spray it from all directions. So that's really, really great. And by the way, while you're at it, I really highly recommend 2 others. The Face and Body Sun Stick is actually my favorite. You can see it's a stick that you just can rub on anywhere. Smells really, really great. I actually like this even better than the stick sometimes, but especially for face and for kids, right? A really, really good one. And then our Mineral Sunscreen Daily Moisturizer. I actually use this every day, whether I'm going to be in the sun or not. I use this in the morning, and I use the hydrating cream at night. But we've got some hero ingredients in these products, and you're going to absolutely love what's in them. Remember, no synthetic fragrances. The reason why they're so fantastic and smell so great is from the natural ingredients. The essential oils that are in our sun care line are magnolia, red mandarin, lemongrass, ylang ylang, frankincense, and helichrysum. Now you're going to love these essential oils, especially, y'all, frankincense, helichrysum, ylang ylang. These are exquisite, like luxurious oils that are really, really, really great for our skin. And for those of you who might have thought, wait a minute, did she say red mandarin? I didn't think we were supposed to use citrus oils and then go in the sun because they're photosensitive. And you are correct about that. If you knew that already, most citrus oils are photosensitive, which means we do not want to go out in the sun after we've applied them. But red mandarin and green mandarin are not. Okay, those are the two exceptions to that rule. Red mandarin and green mandarin are not photosensitive, so they're completely safe to use right before you go out into the sun. Obviously, or they wouldn't be in our sun line. But there you go, there's that. By the way, SPF, I get this question a lot, because most of our products, the sun spray and the sun lotion, are both 30 SPF. The sun stick is 40 SPF. And a lot of people are like, well, why didn't they go higher? Y'all, the research is there. You can Google this, but SPF 30 blocks 97% of the sun's rays. In fact, there's no SPF on the planet that can block 100% of the sun's rays. Just to back up a little bit, you'll find some products with 15 SPF. 15 SPF blocks 93% of the sun's rays. And again, you can go up a little, but it doesn't make very much difference. As you can see, from 15 to 30, we only are blocking 4 more percent. And 30 SPF is already blocking 97% of the sun's rays. So you can go up a little higher, but it really doesn't make any difference. So that's a little tidbit about SPF. So when you see these products that say 80 SPF and 95 SPF, it's just a marketing ploy. It really is. You're not doing yourself a whole lot of favors. Okay, and a couple other really quick superhero ingredients. All of our sun care line has vitamin E, raspberry seed oil, avocado oil, jojoba esters. The stick has shea butter and cocoa butter. The after sun spray, you guys, this could be it's totally my favorite product out of the whole sun line, the after sun spray. I actually use this all the time, like even in the winter when I'm not getting any sun, because it's so luxurious. It's actually quite different than what's in the regular sunscreen spray. The oils are a little bit different, but it's aloe vera based. Number one, it's aloe vera based. I don't know about you guys, but my mom, growing up, we had 2 huge aloe vera plants in our house, and anytime we got like a cut or a scrape or a burn, she would run and go just pinch off a piece of this plant and squeeze out the goodness and rub it right on. So I've always loved aloe vera. It's such a wonderful, natural, nourishing product. But this is aloe vera based. It also has hyaluronic acid, which helps hydrate our skin. It's incredibly moisturizing. And then it has some CPTG oils. Remember, CPTG is our certified pure therapeutic grade essential oils. Remember the oils that are in the sunscreen. The after sun spray has a few different oils. Listen to what's in this one. It's a mist, by the way. It's not just a strong spray. It's a very lightweight, very light mist. It has frankincense, king of oils, helichrysum, the most healing oil, copaiba, lavender, peppermint, and blue tansy. And interestingly, before they introduced this product, I used to make my own like DIY after sun care spray, and these are the oils I would always put in. I would always put in frankincense, lavender, peppermint, helichrysum if I had it, right? So these are incredibly skin nourishing, and we've known this for a long, long time. So I think that is the best I can do for a fairly quick rundown of our sun care line. If you have any questions, if you have anything to add, if you have tried them and love them, or maybe you're thinking about trying them, I'd love to hear your comments down below. All right, so go have some fun in the sun. If you're not sure how to get your product, comment and we will help you, especially over in our Essential Wellness group. In fact, if you're a brand new customer, I have a couple extra freebies that I can throw in for you. So make sure that you comment and let us know that you need a little help with that. We can help you direct you to some other oils and products that are exactly what you need. By the way, yes, we have essential oils, which are amazing, but I get all my skincare, all my hair care, except hairspray. doTERRA doesn't make hairspray. Wish they did. My body care, household cleaning products, right? Everything I clean my home with comes from doTERRA. Laundry pods, dishwasher pods, the Abode Surface Cleaning Spray, the On Guard Concentrated Cleanser, my supplements. I get my collagen, I get my Lifelong Vitality Pack, I get my probiotics, pro and postbiotic all in one. My electrolytes, which we need so much during the summer, right? We're getting hot, we're sweating, we really need to take care of our hydration. So I can really, really easily get a bunch of things that I'm going to be buying anyway, but rather than spending my money at the big box store, I'm just shifting my dollars and spending them with a company I know I can trust, I know has superior high quality products, and they're going to reward me for buying from them. So when I purchase from doTERRA, I'm always going to get reward point credit back that I can spend next month. This month I got $65 in just thank you money. Just thank you for shopping with doTERRA. Here you go. Here's $65 to spend on whatever you want. Guys, you cannot beat it. Okay, have a great rest of your hump day, my friends. I will see you next time. Happy Wellness Wednesday. Bye.